The man who once had the world at his feet is now fighting for his reputation. Six-time major champion Phil Mickelson has been hit with allegations so devastating that they threaten to destroy everything he built over 3 decades. But now, for the first time, his camp is fighting back with a vengeance. In a blistering statement, they've called the investigation an anonymously sourced drive-by shooting, accused a reporter of sensationalism, and revealed a critical detail that changes everything about the most explosive allegation. The golf world is reeling, and the battle lines have been drawn. The scratch investigation by legendary golf writer Alan Shipnuck dropped like a nuclear bomb on the golf world. It detailed allegations so serious that they shattered the carefully constructed image of one of golf's most beloved figures. The report, which interviewed 19 sources, painted a picture of a man who had been hiding in plain sight for decades. The most explosive allegation came from Ashley Perez, the former wife of fellow LIV Golf player Pat Perez. According to the report, during the 2015 Barclays tournament in New Jersey, Mickelson invited the couple to stay at his villa at Liberty National Golf Course. While Pat excused himself to use the restroom, leaving Ashley and Mickelson alone on the patio, she claims the 6-time major champion took out his phone and showed her a full-body photograph of himself, naked with an erection. Ashley told Shipnuck, "Phil says to me, I'm going to leave my bedroom door open tonight. When Pat falls asleep, I want you to come see me." She declined his advances and didn't immediately tell her husband, saying she hadn't wanted to create a scene mid-tournament. When Perez was eventually told, he confronted Mickelson. In a 2022 podcast, Perez said, "I have a different hate for Phil than most people. Phil crossed the line with me that is just uncrossable and unforgivable." The scratch report also revealed that Mickelson had abruptly departed from 3 high-end golf clubs, the Madison Club, the Bridges, and the Farms, with sources at all 3 saying personal conduct was a primary factor. The most recent incident occurred at the Farms Golf Club, where a female employee accused Mickelson of non-consensual and inappropriate physical contact. According to multiple sources, Mickelson approached the employee in the clubhouse, made non-consensual and inappropriate physical contact with her, and was confronted by club officials mid-round before being told to vacate the premises. His display of achievements in the clubhouse has since been removed. When the allegations surfaced, the golf world expected Mickelson to stay silent, as he had for months. Instead, his camp launched a blistering counterattack that has stunned everyone. Mickelson's attorney, Tom Clare, released a lengthy statement calling the scratch investigation an anonymously sourced drive-by shooting, heavy on implication but unsupported by any on-the-record sources. The statement accused Shipnuck of using implication to bolster his reporting and lambasted scratch media more broadly for its historical links to the PGA Tour. But the most critical detail came in the response to the Ashley Perez allegation. The statement claimed Shipnuck repeats an allegation regarding a photograph while downplaying a critical fact contained in his own reporting. During a private call in which Mr. Mickelson reached out to apologize for his behavior, he immediately challenged the central premise of that allegation by asking, "You mean topless?" "That distinction matters," the statement continued. Mr. Mickelson's willingness to apologize for his conduct should not be misconstrued as an admission of every allegation made against him. On the claims he had been forced out of golf clubs, the statement was unequivocal. Mr. Mickelson has never been expelled from a golf club. His membership has never been revoked by a golf club. Those decisions were his alone. The statement also addressed claims involving Amy Mickelson, his wife of 35 years. Mrs. Mickelson is not a public figure. She did not choose this spotlight, and there was no legitimate journalistic reason to drag her into it, the statement read. Perhaps the most surprising revelation was the claim of video evidence that could exonerate Mickelson. Attorney Tom Clare said there is a great deal of misinformation circulating and that they have retained defamation counsel and is determined to hold accountable any publication or individual trafficking in speculation or false rumors. Clare also said that the incident involving his client was squarely contradicted by objective video evidence. The San Diego County Sheriff's Office has also confirmed that they made attempts to locate any evidence to support the potential allegation of a sexual assault and have not located any evidence to show an assault has occurred. However, the Farms Golf Club maintains that no video cameras were in the area where the misconduct allegedly occurred. The club stands by its decision to revoke Mickelson's membership, stating, following a staff member report of member misconduct, the club provided immediate and ongoing support to the staff member, conducted a thorough independent investigation of the incident, and took decisive action. This individual is no longer a member of the Farms Golf Club. Scratch editor-in-chief Ben Boscovich rejected Mickelson's claims and defended the investigation. In his own statement to the Post, Boscovich said, "It's bizarre that Mickelson lawyer Tom Clare is now challenging our reporting through the New York Post rather than answering our questions directly." Boscovich pointed out that they had sent Clare a detailed 17-question request for comment 3 days before publication, and that neither Mickelson nor his wife answered a single question. The story was vetted by 2 top entertainment lawyers and a fact-checker with decades of experience. Regarding Clare's assertion that Amy Mickelson is a private figure, Boscovich countered, "She is certainly a public figure. She is a driving force behind the well-known and widely promoted philanthropic initiative, the Amy and Phil Mickelson Charitable Foundation. Further, she has actively sought the spotlight in the world of golf, including numerous interviews with prominent publications throughout her husband's golf career." Boscovich also addressed the PGA Tour affiliation. Scratch's affiliation with the PGA has been well known in the sports world since 2024. The PGA Tour has no oversight over Scratch. To imply that Scratch's journalism is motivated by Pro Shop's relationship with the PGA Tour is unfounded and untrue. The scandal has come at a devastating time for Mickelson's professional career. He has officially withdrawn from the Open Championship, marking the first time in 17 years he will miss golf's oldest major. He missed the Masters, skipped the PGA Championship, and was absent from the U.S. Open. The 2026 season will be remembered as the year Phil Mickelson vanished from a sport he once dominated. LIV Golf, the breakaway league he helped define, is facing its own existential crisis. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund is set to pull its financial backing after the 2026 season, and the league's future is uncertain. If LIV collapses, Mickelson faces a brutal reality with nowhere to play. Former ESPN host Trey Wingo put it bluntly, "That bridge has been burned, detonated, destroyed, nuked, lasered to death. There's no building that bridge back." Billy Horschel recently said that Lefty might not be back on the PGA Tour, no matter what. Despite his being a lifetime member and having done a lot, there are many things Mickelson did and said that have made his path back impossible. Phil Mickelson is one of the greatest golfers who ever lived. 6 majors, 45 PGA Tour wins, a legacy that should have placed him alongside the legends of the game. Instead, he finds himself isolated, his reputation in ruins, and his future in professional golf uncertain. One of his former golf buddies told Scratch, "It's a very sad story. He should have been Arnold Palmer. Phil had the same charisma, the same star power. People loved him everywhere he went. My take is that he came to believe his own bullshit. He thought he was bulletproof because his whole life he had always skated on everything. But in the end, he had too many demons. He got consumed by his own darkness." The questions now are impossible to ignore. Was the withdrawal his choice, or did the sport finally decide it had had enough? Can he ever rebuild his legacy, or is this the end of the road? And what does it say about our sports heroes when we learn who they really are behind the smile and the charm? One thing is certain. The man who once had the world at his feet now has nowhere to go. And that's the most tragic story of all.